let's talk about foods that lift your moods. Pay attention as reaching for these foods next time you are in a lull rather than just a pick-me-up or some sort of, stimulator like caffeine. By getting these types of foods in your diet on a regular basis, you can be in an overall better sustained mood. Makes sense, right? I think we know that good, delicious food is going to make us feel better, but often that's temporary and usually fleeting. What I want to go over is some of the proven foods that when eating are balancing out the nutrients in our body and can enhance and influence the neurotransmitters in our brains and really just make us feel better overall. Remember, the goal when we're eating food is often chosen by convenience and what is going to taste good. We want to make sure we're making those choices of eating food that makes you feel good now and later. So let's go over the top 5 or 6 foods that you can incorporate in your diet that are providing your bodies with nutrients and getting energy because of the overall nutrition and nourishment of the food and not just the stimulant type of effect that people often seek. Typically, a well-balanced, healthy diet is going to provide your body with all the nutrients to affect your mood in a positive way. But in this over-sensationalized world that we live in where there's superfoods and foods are good and foods are bad, a lot of people end up being confused. And so good news is a lot of these foods that are going to benefit you in a positive way are things that you probably eat here and there, and maybe you can make them a higher priority. And on a good note, all these things can and have the potential to taste good and be enjoyable, which is a big goal. A lot of the same foods that are going to make you feel good are also going to nourish the body, influence the immune system in a positive way, and overall just boost the whole wellness factor and energy factor of the body. A challenge here is looking at these foods as the nourishment that you're eating rather than just the instant gratification. When you look at blueberries, you can think this food is going to help my brain and my memory and my immune system. When I look at avocado, I think this food's going to help with sustained energy and fiber and regularity, and local seasonal vegetables are going to help my immune system be more resilient. If you can look at food in this nourishment standpoint and the nutrition that you're getting from it rather than just a food, it can make it more fun. You buy into the value of it, and this can overall enhance the well-being effect of your eating and your nutrition. So in these common foods, things like avocado and wild fish and leafy greens, these are all sources of foods that you can think are essentially antidepressant type of nutrient-rich foods. And it's not that you are depressed, but we're looking at these foods as nutrients that are going to help support that overall healthy energy brain effect. The nutrients we're focusing on are going to be magnesium, vitamin D, omega-3s, they're going to have EPA and DHA, zinc, other B vitamins, and foods that are going to be rich in tryptophan, which is related to tyrosine and other neurotransmitters within the brain. For example, with magnesium, it's used in almost 1,000 different functions in the body, but one of the main things that it has been shown to do is help to combat, anxiety or that busy mind, and can help balance the minerals in your body. So foods that are rich in magnesium are going to be things like avocado, you got cashews, different nuts and seeds, things like oats, and avocado, which is also going to have some vitamin D, zinc, other B vitamins, plus fiber that will help sustain your energy. And how about cultured foods? Things like sauerkraut or kimchi or miso or tempeh. Things that are fermented are going to be higher in probiotics. And then also you got the obvious things like kombucha. But when we have a better overall gut microbiome environment, and it's not always saying that probiotics are just going to initially fix that, but you can help to overall improve the environment. Better gut microbiome equals better serotonin, better brain function, and that's where our immune system and our quote-unquote second brain also exist. So you can use these foods to add as a garnish or a topping to make a salad taste better, or some sort of bowl or dish. And it's a good way to balance out all the nutrients, and it's extremely nutrient dense while being not as calorically dense, which is a good thing overall for body composition and health, blood sugar, etc. So good healthy seeds and nuts are going to be high in a lot of these nutrients that we're aiming for. So you can use these things as garnishes, but we are looking to get things like zinc and magnesium, and there's different types of magnesium where you can also supplement if you needed, especially with zinc. A lot of zinc you're going to find is in animal-based foods. You'll certainly get some from seeds and nuts, but it's one of those things that helps support the immune system and the brain function, also things like testosterone. So it's worth exploring to take inventory on what you're eating to see if you think that you are getting a good amount of zinc in. Now, wild and fatty fish. I know this is not for everybody's liking, but when it comes to things like wild salmon, sardines, and mackerel, to name a few, these are foods that I, as a nutritionist, eat on a regular basis because it's convenient and packed with a lot of nutrition. So you're getting the omega-3s, which are incredibly beneficial for our brain, our mood, our overall energy, and can support inflammation. Plus, these wild canned fishes are going to be higher in things like zinc, vitamin D3, and selenium, along with a good amount of protein and amino acids, which are going to help all the body's functions. And you can use one of these other superfoods, avocado, to make it taste better. So a common dish that I have is taking something like mackerel, which isn't super fishy, and I'll use some avocado and kraut, something like kimchi, and I'll mash that up together. For me, that's a very satisfying meal. It's quick, it's easy, it's tasty. It's worth maybe giving it a shot. Remember, not all canned fish and fish in general is equal. Some of it is a little more fishy than others and requires an acquired taste that comes with time. And then you have the amino acid tyrosine, which is going to be high in a lot of animal-based foods and proteins. It's an amino acid that helps convert to dopamine, which is going to give your body that good feel-good energy. So you're going to get in a lot of animal foods. Things also like tofu can have it, and spinach as well. Also, different protein powders, even plant-based protein powders, will be high in tyrosine. Things like oysters are going to have things like zinc. Different leafy greens, seasonal vegetables like that will help. And if you're not getting enough of these in your diet, things like vitamin D3, and you're not getting a lot of sunshine, you can supplement with vitamin D, different types of magnesium that can help pass the blood-brain barrier and give you some, extra mental support. Things like tyrosine you can supplement with, and zinc. But I hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching.